I did just go through a breakup. The end of our relationship happened because we weren't completely in step and in sync with each other.
Bachelor in Paradise recap. Gabby and Eric have confirmed their breakup. And what's going on between Gabby and Vinny? We are here at Shared News to break it all down. So welcome back to our channel. We are live in the studio today, so we're so excited to get together to gossip about all of the tea. As always, I am your host, Zachary Reality, with Allison Van Dam and Blakely McHugh, two ladies who don't need any introduction. However, I have to introduce them. How are you guys doing today?
The best.
Yeah?
I just love being in studio with you guys. It's so much better than being over the camera, over the computer. So I am just good as gold, as Sheena would say.
Oh my gosh. Wrong genre. How about you?
Oh, I'm good.
Are you
I feel like this
excited?
is so much fun to be here in person. We hang out in person as friends, but every time we do work stuff, like Blakely said, it's over Zoom, it's on the computer, so it's nice to do a little bit of both.
Yeah, so we're just excited to chat and catch up because we haven't been able to talk too much about all the drama in Bachelor Nation, but we wanted to save that for here so we can talk to you guys about it. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here. And we're gonna talk about Paradise this week because this was the final week before finale week. So how are we feeling about the season? Are we ready for it to wrap up?
Yes.
Absolutely. It's been so long. We were just talking about this
Ridiculously
earlier.
long.
Yeah.
But it needs to be done because we went straight into Bachelor in Paradise from the Bachelorette.
No break.
And I think
break.
a lot of us are having what they call Bachelor fatigue.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Burnout.
But
Bachelor
we always
burnout,
have
the
Bachelor,
BB.
We always have Bachelor fatigue. I feel like we've been saying that for a year. But like, I am excited about Paradise just because we're finally at the finale and this is where things we get resolution. Like we see the couples break up, we see engagements, and then the reunion is gonna be spicy. Allison, you weren't there. Can you give us a little tease for our viewers?
I can't give any teases.
Like a little tease.
No,
You can give a little tease.
No, I really
Okay, you
can't.
can?
They were so locked down. They were
Okay.
so strict. And let's just say I don't have the money to pay for any sort of lawsuits,
Okay.
so I can't.
Okay, well, period. Well, we'll talk a little bit about what we think is going to happen. But this week, the last three arrivals hit the beach. We had Lindsay, NC, and Mara. They were all from Clayton's season. Unfortunately for them, it was too little too late to get their feet wet. Lindsay actually left immediately getting rejected by Logan because he had a thing with Kate.
Yes.
And then Mara seemed to hit a dead end as well. She did go on a date with one of the twins who was Justin.
Yep.
Thank you for knowing that. I
Yep.
still can't tell them apart. But it was like a 12-year age gap. So a little Cougar Nation, which is what she was known for on Clayton's season as well.
Okay.
But NC, she actually came in and stirred the pot. So
Well, we've always got to have someone who stirs the pot.
Yeah, and that was NC because she took Andrew S. on a date who was hitting things off with Jasenia. But Andrew and Jasenia had to kind of sort things out at the dance. And I got to know what your take was on this drama. Were you team Jasenia or were you like kind of siding with Andrew here?
It was just two different points of view. Like, obviously, they had their talk on the beach. Andrew pulled her aside and said, you know, I'm not in the place to give you what you need right now. I think in Andrew's mind, that was a breakup. That's when everything was ending. But in Jasenia's defense, it wasn't a we're done. It was more so of, you know, I'm sorry I can't fully commit to you right now, or I'm sorry I can't give you more. So I think them at the dance was her just being fully confused as to why he's only talking to NC, playing the weird tennis ball catchy thing with NC, not acknowledging her whatsoever. And in his mind, he thought he had really closed that chapter. And
But then why didn't she go home? Because I felt like he broke up with her and then she was still there.
Totally. But I also didn't love when Jasenia was like, what is your goal here in Paradise? Don't lecture the poor boy.
She
He's
was like,
going through it.
You're here for a boys' trip.
Also, I'm not loving this self-elimination trend this season.
Why?
No, because the point of Paradise is to date around, is to have multiple people until you find the one, is to when someone tells you no, well, you can expect somebody else to come down on the beach for you. We've had so many people self-eliminate just because the one person that they wanted, like it didn't work out or they weren't there or they had confusing thoughts. And I'm just like, well, don't,
But I
at
think
least
with
take advantage of it a little bit, being on the
with like this
Mexico.
situation though, it's like the last week. So it's just
I
like.
guess there's no point.
And what do you think about this? Because Andrew, he started with Teddy, she left.
Yeah.
Then he went to Brittany, then Jasenia, now it's NC. So it's just like.
But he's doing exactly what Blakely just said. He's dating around.
Yeah,
He's trying to find
her
options.
point was like, when do you get to the point where you need to
Okay,
stop
but
But
that's
that's
dating
hard to
around?
say.
Okay, fair,
She's
fair.
not his mother. She's not a
okay.
producer.
Tell
Sit
us.
down.
Okay, but also realistically, how many people are actually going on the beach to get engaged? I mean, I'm going to say literally.
Brandon and Serene.
I'm literally 80. I would say 80%, and that's being nice. It's being really generous. 80% of the people who are going on Bachelor in Paradise is not to get engaged, is not to get married, is not. It's to continue to be on TV, to keep yourself relevant,
make money
to have
every day.
to make money, to have a fun vacation in Mexico.
With the boys.
Like, you know, I think all of these people are your friends.
Yeah.
So
it ended up being that he left and said his heart was still with Teddy. Do we think he went to chase her after the show?
no.
No?
Because it didn't work. His heart still being with Teddy doesn't mean that he
that's fair.
thinks he's somehow convinced now that it's going to be a thing. Clearly, they split. Clearly, there wasn't that connection. I think he just didn't have the time to fully heal from that.
Yeah.
And Teddy didn't want him.
Exactly.
Teddy wanted Rodney, right?
No, Teddy just
No,
wanted
Rodney
herself.
wanted Teddy, and she
Rodney
was
wanted
gone.
Teddy, and
But
then he
then
wanted
Teddy
Eliza.
had confused feelings because she was
someone
like, I did
pushed
want
her
Rod.
boundaries. That's what she said, because she just
Yeah.
left. She didn't go to the reunion, so we'll never hear from her again in Bachelor Nation until she writes like a tell-all or something.
Teddy's tell-all.
Okay, let's talk about Aaron and Genevieve.
Okay, ridiculous.
So all those people left. So now we're just down to couples. I guess Mara is the one girl who is just like the odd one out. So if there's another rose ceremony, I guess she's going home. But, right?
Yeah, it's the craziest thing. My question is, when she chose Justin for a date, why Justin? Why not Joey? Did she have a conversation with Joey? They
Oh.
look the same.
Do you have a preference?
No.
Do you?
Justin.
You do? But
Why?
you
What's
just
the
love
difference?
Justin.
I just love Justin. I love his facial expressions. I
Wait,
think
what's
he's
the
hilarious.
difference? Is there?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about.
No, the twins.
I thought we were talking about. Wasn't there another Justin?
Justin,
Yeah,
Justin
Justin.
Glaze.
Yeah, I'm getting confused, even though he's gone already, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
No,
he's
I don't have a preference.
Okay.
I don't want.
I feel like
don't
it's
want either of
impossible
them
to
be
at this
honest.
point. We don't know anything about them, so there's nothing to make them any different.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get a spin-off. Or I would like to see them back again, maybe in like a few years. I don't know. I think they're iconic. I love twins.
You only think they're iconic because they're twins, not because they actually bring anything.
You're not wrong. Okay, I want to talk about Genevieve and Aaron for a
Okay.
second because she almost left the beach again. This was the second time where she packed her bags, got her suitcases, walked down the driveway, and like had a van waiting for her, or maybe a Lyft or an Uber. And Aaron chased her. What did you guys think about the fight this week?
Are you in pain?
No, you're itching me.
Exactly.
So
Need I say more?
You agree with Genevieve?
Yes. And also, it wasn't actually about itch versus pain. What we heard from the mic room, we didn't even have cameras on them. She was saying something along the lines of, I'm very impatient today. And he said, oh, I know, blah, 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 blah. She said, no, I'm just annoyed. And he was saying things like, oh, you're frustrated. He was throwing other words. And she said, that's not what I'm saying. Don't put words in my mouth. They're very different things.
Yeah.
Which is when he then jumped into, it's like saying itching and pain are different things. Itching is low-level pain. Her saying, oh, I'm impatient was low-level frustration. Like, it was the most pointless argument.
Yeah.
And that's not even, he was using it as a comparison, and then it blew out of proportion. She's on the jungle path with her Louis Vuitton.
I know.
Like,
But was she actually gonna leave?
I can't keep up with the two of them.
Do you think she actually would have just left like that, or is it just for dramatic effect?
I can't tell with her
Really?
because I feel like she's dramatic all the time. So now I'm not telling if this is like, okay, she might have actually left, or if it's for dramatic effect because like the lines are getting blurred.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to see at the reunion because I'm curious, like,
They
how
didn't
they're gonna
last.
resolve. I don't think so either, but we'll see. Brandon and Serene actually are like the couple that everyone thinks is gonna last. I think he even asked her at the dance last night. He was like, "Are you ready to get engaged?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, let's do it." So, do we think they're gonna get engaged? Is that a dumb question?
I mean, Brandon's response to Rodney leaving was one of the most emotional things I think we've seen on the beach thus far. He was sobbing, and then he turned directly to Serene. He was saying how the whole experience made him realize just how in love with her he is, that he doesn't want to live a day without her. I think Brandon is in it. Like, we know he falls hard,
Brandon
he
is
wears his
so
heart on
good
his
with
sleeve.
his words though when
Yeah.
he's expressing his like
Yeah.
love and his emotions. I mean, it's hard for me to speculate any other way because I feel like since we've started talking about Bachelor in Paradise, we've said Brandon and Serena
Like,
together. So it's
months before
like
it
there's not
started.
even like a thought in my mind that the two do not get engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know where they live. I feel like she's in Oklahoma or Texas. So I
Well,
wonder
I
if they're
mean-
going to move in together right away or like what they'll do.
I don't know. I have faith, though. They seem so happy together. If
Okay.
anyone can make it work, it would be them.
Yeah, for sure. So our next couple we have to talk about is Kate and Logan. Now, this has been a couple that has been extremely painful for everyone to watch. I don't know if anyone's actually rooting for them. Are you?
No.
No.
I'm rooting for love, but I don't think that it's between the two of them.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he should have went on the date with Lindsay.
100%.
Yeah.
And he was trying to do the right thing by saying, I'm not going to give you a response. Let me pull Kate 1st and ask her. They had the whole fight about this before. He's clearly learned his lessons and trying to communicate. And even that wasn't good enough for Kate. She's saying, you should have said no. Why did you have any sort of hesitation? Why did you pull me to check in on me?
Well, she doesn't even like him. Why does she even care?
It's impossible to please her, is what it feels like.
Well, do you think that there would have been a better option for her on the beach? Like, because she did come in kind of late, and now I almost feel like she's just staying with Logan because everyone's just staying with their couple.
I don't know.
I think
What
she's
about
She
one of the
wouldn't have
twins?
liked one of the twins.
She's impossible. I mean, maybe the twins she could
twins.
she could mold into whatever she wants.
they're-
Maybe that's what she wants. She wants to be able to like make your own boyfriend.
Well, she can pick and choose what she wants from Joey. She can get there, and what she wants from
Exactly, and
Justin.
then
she
she'll
can
have them fight.
It's the perfect.
I honestly think that she would vibe better with Jesse Palmer.
Wow.
Yeah. I think she wants someone older and established. I feel like Jesse is the oldest and established guy on the beach. So
Okay.
stay tuned for the reunion. Michael and Danielle, they are actually the most mature couple on the beach. We haven't seen much of them. I think we're all kind of shipping them and
Absolutely.
You
Yes.
know,
Absolutely.
thinking-
I mean, it's hard to not ship when you already saw the spoiler photos of the two of them at Wells.
Wells'
and,
wedding.
Yeah, so we know they're together.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I'm excited for them to build their family just because Michael has a son. So it'll be
Yeah.
nice to give him siblings. And I feel like
Yeah.
Danielle really wants that.
Yeah.
So we're rooting for them. The twins are actually coupled up with Florence. They actually are calling her Flo this week.
Which I'm living
I
for.
knew you would
I
live
love
for
it.
it.
Yeah.
I knew you would like that.
Go Flo.
Flo. And then Shanae is with one of the other twins.
With Joey.
So,
with Joey.
Blakely, I have a question.
Hopefully, I have an answer.
Do you couple them up? Is Florence with Joey or Justin? Like, who is with who? Do you know?
Well, I mean, Allison just said flows with
I'm
Joey.
the resident twin
I know
So
you
expert.
are.
it's already in my head that flows with Joey and Shanae's
Okay.
with Justin.
Okay.
That was wrong.
Do you
Oh.
see Do you see engagements for them?
No.
Would you go to the wedding if they did get engaged?
No.
If we were invited, absolutely.
I know, I'm
How
there.
fun would that be?
We're
Okay,
going.
I lied. You're right. I would go.
Okay, we're all going. Brittany and Tyler, they seem to be pretty solid in the middle, but this week they revealed they're falling in love with each other. I don't have like strong opinions on them. I think what was interesting this week is Rachel and Gabby were like praising Tyler from their season. They were like, Tyler's the best. Tyler's the best.
Well, they did love him.
Yeah.
Rachel loved him. She was heartbroken when she had to send him away just because she didn't want to hurt him because he was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And do you see Rachel? She's like, he was so ready for marriage.
Do you think Rachel was like,
Pinking
Tyler
herself.
at that point?
Well, she was still engaged to Tino.
Or was it all for show?
Well, it was just like it was only a few weeks after.
Did
but
she have a ring on
she
during
had the
that
ring.
day? I didn't know
Tyler
that.
said congratulations.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Awkward.
Yeah, but it's interesting how they left that in the edit, but they didn't leave in the edit other people saying congratulations to Gabby because she was engaged to Eric at the time.
But everyone had that moment where they were like, let's see the ring, let's see the ring.
Okay,
That was a
yeah.
Gabby scene. Everyone was looking at that.
Yeah, that was a moment. Okay, well, Victoria and Johnny, they're also the last couple to talk about today. They seem to be pretty solid on the beach, but we're all aware of these Greg Grippo dating rumors. How do we think this is going to play out, Blakely? Do we think they're going to get engaged?
Johnny and Victoria.
Mhm.
I mean, that's another thing. I think we've been saying since the beginning that we're pretty sure that they do get engaged.
Yeah.
I just want to know everything that happened
With Greg?
with Greg.
So what's your prediction?
how
How do
they?
you think they met, and what do you think?
I mean, I think that they just met because everybody in Bachelor Nation all hangs out together.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like, it's not necessarily the Victoria and Greg, like how their relationship blossomed that I'm curious about. It's how Victoria and Johnny's relationship ended
Yeah.
that I'm really curious about.
I want both. Where's my teacup today?
I know, you need one.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. The reunion is a week away. Let's talk about Gabby and Eric and switch gears here to The Bachelorette. I mean, we just can't stop talking about Gabby. She's all over
queen.
everywhere this year, but they actually both confirmed the breakup this week, which I think we all saw coming. Gabby shared on Dancing with the Stars in her intro package that she and Eric broke up because they weren't in sync and in step with each other's lives. And whenever she said that,
What does that mean?
no, she's on
Literally.
Dancing with the Stars. Like, this
Oh.
is rubbing off on her. We weren't in step and in sync. Like, it was just like, are you kidding me? Who
It's
gave her that
Zachary Reality,
line?
the musical.
Also, my
Who
thoughts
gave her
exactly.
that line?
I don't know, but they should have taken it away because it gave me nothing.
Yeah.
They gave her the line and they gave me nothing.
What does that mean? We weren't in step with each other's lives, other than being a dancing
No,
fun.
but she.
And also, like, our future goals weren't aligned.
Yeah,
Didn't
she
she
said
talk about that?
Well,
Did he talk
Eric.
about that?
Well, Eric's caption actually gave us a little bit more
Agreed.
info because Gabby's
Yes.
been playing coy. So he took to Instagram the next day to share on his story that he will still be rooting for Gabby on Dance with the Stars, even though they broke up. They realize they are not each other's people, and that it's hard when there isn't just one thing to put a finger on. Another, no pun intended. He says Gabby isn't, because they were engaged. He
One
says,
thing to put a finger on. You mean one finger to put a thing on?
that part. Gabby is an amazing person, and he also is working on his past mistakes as he continues to grow as a person every single day. You told me in the car on the way here that you liked that, didn't you?
Well, because I thought it gave me a little bit more insight than what Gabby gave us. I mean, I know that we're not like just automatically privy to all the information that goes on, but I wanted a little bit more. Like, give me like, in step and in sync, and we're not a lot like. It just didn't do anything for me whatsoever. So I felt like he gave me a little bit more clarity, saying like there's not one thing. Like it just was.
But do you think it also kind of gives you the tone that Gabby ended things with Eric, not the other way around?
Well,
it read to me as he's working on himself.
Yes,
but I think that's because of the recent scandals that he hasn't been able to address.
Yeah,
I think it was more of a statement about closing his chapter with Gabby, but also the show.
My theory is she broke up with him.
I agree with you because also he seems like, not that she's not supportive of him, but I feel like he seems like he's being more supportive of, like he's continued posting.
Well, I think because she also has like this public new show that she's on. Like we don't know what he's doing.
What does he do?
We don't know what he does.
He went and got tattoos with
surfing, I think he
Greg and somebody else the other day.
Wow.
Santa Monica.
So he did share at the end of the caption that like he can't wait to share with us what he's been up to. So he's up to something, and we'll be staying tuned, right? Like, how do you guys keep up with the boyfriends, like the ex-fiancés? Because like we had Dale, we had Zach,
do if they
Blake.
continue to be a part of Bachelor Nation.
Yeah.
But like Dale's fallen off my radar because I don't see him in the press. I don't see him on the socials because I don't follow him. I don't see him in the group settings, you know.
Yeah.
Not really. I feel like I keep up with the leads way more than I do their exes. Like I'm much more likely to follow Tayshia than I am Zach.
What about Tino? Are you gonna follow
But
him?
also Zach fell out. Tayshia's
Who are you
doing
more
cool
likely
stuff.
to follow on Instagram, Tino or Eric?
Eric, I follow him. I think you saw it.
What about
Tino.
you?
I've met Tino.
Yeah.
That's different.
I feel like I would pick Eric over Tino. Preferences. Gabby and Vinny, though, there's a little bit of tea here. Now, we know they met on Dancing with the Stars, but they've been leaving flirty comments on each other's Instagram. So Gabby posted, a scene of her dancing, and Vinny commented, "Good job, baby mama," which Gabby replied, "My main man." And then Vinny posted a picture on his grid writing, "Stop looking for the one, be the one, and let them all come to you," which Gabby replied, "OMW.
On my way. For
On
people
my
who
way."
Don't know.
And Vinny wrote back, "Patiently waiting while you kill the finale."
So we were discussing this earlier.
Blake, we had a good point. Go.
My thing is like while these are like flirty and fun, if there was actually something here, I don't believe that they would be as forthright.
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
forward. Yeah.
Yeah, if there was something here, we wouldn't be getting these flirty little comments. So to me, this tells me they just created a really good bond on the show, and they're just joking around with each other.
Is that how you feel too?
Totally, because she just talked about the Eric breakup this week. She's
literally yesterday.
She's not going to be leaving comments.
Jumping ship,
Especially, she doesn't strike me as the person to like rub that in Eric's face, let alone America's face by putting these comments out there. She's not going to be that like cutthroat and cold-hearted unless something crazy did happen, like Eric cheated or something, and she doesn't care at all.
Yeah.
But it doesn't strike me as an actual thing. I wouldn't mind it if they were a couple. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is how they're gonna tell everyone the news.
But it is so flirty. Like, on my way, like, baby mama. Like, there has to be a little something there. Like, you don't just flirt with anyone.
I flirt with you.
Yeah, but we have, like, a thing.
Oh.
But maybe they have a thing.
Exactly. They have a thing. There's some type of thing. I also think it's good for her because I think she's trying to, like, maybe distance herself from Eric, at least publicly, especially because her career is, like, really on the rise right now. And it's good for Vinny because he's been tied to Angelina for like how many years. So it's just like, and it's good for press for the show and Gabby and the votes. She's gonna win.
People are gonna start going on Dancing with the Stars to find love, not The Bachelor.
Literally.
I mean, we've had a lot of relationships come out of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Between the dancer. I don't know that there's ever been contestant and contestant though.
Yeah.
No, that one couple that they did the show together.
Trevor and Emma and
Not this season, right?
Well,
Megan Fox's baby daddy.
Oh yeah,
Austin Brian Green?
Austin.
Yes.
And this is honestly a great segue.
And his new wife or something?
Yeah, they're not wife, but they just had their own
They had
baby.
a baby.
Yeah.
She's blonde. What is her name?
Shayna?
Shane. Shay Mitchell?
Don't know.
No.
Doesn't matter.
No, we're gonna
Shay Mitchell?
No, we're actually gonna find out for our viewers because this is a great segue. Because next up, we will be talking about Dancing with the Stars in a new panel. So
Yes.
be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so you're notified when that video goes up. Because we're gonna find out who it is and talk about the rest of the season. Thank you all so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts on Bachelor in
Yes.
Paradise down below. And be sure to comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and follow us on our socials.
Obviously.
Ooh.
Cue us out.
I threw out an accent.
Love that.
You can find me on @BlakelyMcHugh,
And Zachary Reality.
At Allison.VanDam.
and we'll see you later.
Bye.